Hey people, Injured here, 1v1, Ashes of Typhon, blue side. Mostafa007 is a Chaos Sorcerer, offensive and disruptive hero, powerful battlefield manipulation and some dangerous offense. This is the World Eaters elite scheme. Probably one of the least likely warbands to have a Sorcerer, but that's what he wants you to think. This guy's one step ahead. Red team here, shoulder mount. Red team, red side, is an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities. Begins in melee combat but can get specialized ranged weapons. Bit of support about her too. Apparently with this scheme she doesn't have her jacket on. What is this scheme? It's very dark. It's recolored Armageddon Steel Legion, I think, black. Kind of blends in with the ash. We'll start with some CSM and some more heretics. Shoulder mount, unsurprisingly, with Sentinel and some more guardsmen. How many heretics will die before they cap here? I say 4. There goes 1. Oh, maybe 3. There goes another. Definitely going to be 3. Poor bastards. Got to run away, fellas. There we go. Now the Sentinel's going to decap that wreck point. That power is noted, though, so I can't decap that. Sorcerer is capping. Looking forward to this first engagement where we see Hammer of the Witches versus Doombolts flying in. How well that Doombolts lands is going to turn the tide, as it often does in those first fights with the Sorcerer. Gets a good Doombolts and you can usually run over things, but it's got nothing to Doombolt right here. It's bolt pistol firing, takes the Hammer of the Witches. That's a hard stun and some damage, quite a big chunk of damage, like 100 or so I think. Special attack from the Sorcerer, got a pretty good one, has good knockback strength on it. The Inquisitor's also good, not as much, there we go, not as much knockback strength, but seems quite quicker animation. They're both 360 I think. Dealt with there, the Sorcerer. Didn't see any Doombolts, those guardsmen a little bit too far away maybe. Now these CSM are getting smacked around. Heretics trying to retake the wreck point. They need to get involved here, I think. There we go, they spring into action with their regular old swords and auto pistols, and now they're going to engage the guardsmen here. I don't think it needs a Doom Blast, but they did Doom Blast. You see, I think that's a wasted Doom Blast. The guardsmen were obviously going to run, so why are you suppressing him? Yeah, you did a bit more damage, but didn't take a model or anything. I think in that instance it's better to have one more fella on this squad. Eat a stomp to the face. They're going to need to run away anyway. 469 to 458, double cap here early on for Mostafa. CSM now trying to get into close combat with the guardsmen, but because they're repairing, they're not actually going to engage them back. Look, they're able to just stand there and shoot their guns. This is actually a really bad situation for the CSM. Pro tip, guardsmen, if you don't want to get into melee with a terrifying Chaos Marine, just find something to repair, because then apparently you won't have to. They dropped 2 models there. That was painful for Mostafa. There's the Doombolts. Somehow only killed 1 guardsman. These guys are badass. Sergeant is in there. Not that he's much better at fighting. There's a special from the Inquisitor and a Hammer of the Witches. Nope. Her animation can often screw up when she has to rotate 360 like that. I think that was maybe to prevent it from bugging out completely, from like losing the energy and it not going off kind of thing. Sorcerer does get away, but here we see some very isolated heretics and instantly retreating. Lucky for them, they didn't eat a special attack there. Inquisitor does start with a plasma pistol, which is pretty cool, but that is just a regular old melee weapon, although it looks like a power sword. I mean, it's glowing. Sentinel, meanwhile, levels up to 2. He's been having a lot of fun messing around on this west side, I suppose. The heretics did cap these guys with an aspiring champion and now have a Chaos Marine leading them, which increases their health, in turn increasing their Doom Blast damage, since that scales off the health of the model that dies. CSM getting some shots off now. These fellas without a sergeant. Tier 2 for Mostafa without anything else on the field. That's a mistake, I think. A supported Sentinel can pretty much deal with all of this, especially when they don't have grenade launchers. I mean, these guys, level 1, no aspiring champion. Look how much damage they're taking coming in just from these depleted guardsman squads. Inquisitor getting in on the CSM here. Good special, although it only hit one model. Going for Rosarius, as tier 2 is on the way. Did get some more guardsmen up. And they have a sergeant. What's the ones that don't? Oh, they all have sergeants now. These guys 8 to stomp, but they're going to retake the VP, are they? There we go. Sentinel decapped it. Could have some fun with a missile launcher tier 2. With these bunched up heretics. There's the tier 2 for shoulder mounts. I'd expect a Chimera. But a Bane Wolf dropped in could do some real work here. I'm not sure how much those things cost these days, and I believe they spawn at your base now, not anywhere you like. Heretics get a decap, but they dropped like 4 models doing it. And another one on retreat. Down to just 2. Not sure how many they had when they started to decap it. I guess they were at 5 or 7 or 6 or whatever. 7. I'm good at maths. CSM running away. And now we're going to see a power bash. And with 2 9-man guardsman squads and a sentinel, these are actually going to fall pretty fast. That's enough las guns to do some work. Who needs flamers? Look at that. They're going to get 2 gens here, I think, at least. Here comes the attempt at defense, but what are you going to do? Heretics can't run into this. They're just going to get a stomp. Your CSM will be shot down. I guess you got to try, eh? There's a stomp. The Sentinel Stomp is set to get a nerf in the form of a reduction in range in the next update, I believe. Yep, CSM just gets shot down. Can't really trade with that. We do see a Chaos Dreadnought though, and it's the World Eaters one that has a tail and a Blood Crusher head. Or a Juggernaut head, I suppose, because of course it does. 464 to 244. Still a 2-to-1 cap for Mostafa. Has really controlled this west side. Shoulder mount kind of neglecting it a little bit. Here's a Chimera. Heretics are trying to gain favour with the Dark Gods by smacking it with their swords momentarily. It didn't quite work out for them. I think they're going to die here. It's a lot of ranged firepower on their backs. Oh, didn't chase. If you chased with some stuff, with a Chimera or something, would have wiped out those heretics. They got away with like 8 hit points there. Mistake from shoulder mounts. What about these heroes? What are they up to? No war gear? Just a Rosarius up on the Inquisitor. Plague Marines on the way for Mostafa to help deal with the Chimera. The autocannon Dreadnought can shoot it down. It's most likely just going to back away and be too fast to catch. Missile launcher is up here. And that was a crack missile, which is meant for anti-vehicle. Like that. Stormtroopers coming in with an assault kit, not an anti-armor kit. Oh, there we go. Anti-armor kit is on the way. I was going to say, what do you expect? This Sentinel to deal with the Dreadnought alone? That's a lot of shots it would need to get in. But now with this could be done for. I guess the Sorcerer can warp it out. Might need to. There's a Melter Bomb. And Melter Guns going in. That's the warp attempt, and it did get warped. Barely escapes. That's a global ability of the Sorcerer, which teleports a friendly unit back to the Sorcerer's location. Can use it to do some very cool shenanigans. But it's mainly used to save one of your units, which is pretty damn effective. CSM, we're in a bad place. Need some Havocs, I think. Plague Marines in play now. Getting that missile launcher shot in. These guys, unfortunately for me, a Nurgle fanboy, are set to get some nerfs in the next update. Their missile launcher will now fire slower. And Chosen Plague Marines also going to get a nerf, I think. They're no longer going to heal themselves with their death explosion, which is a big shame. Are they going to die? They're going to die. Down they go. Wow, big and sloppy loss from Mostafa. Inquisitor's level 2. Has found a Sorcerer. Sorcerer's not interested in fighting. There we go. With the Rosarius up though. Not the most dynamic melee fight. Don't do a lot of damage by default. these guys in melee, I don't think. Here comes a Dreadnought note. 70 odd heavy melee DPS, and then stops attacking. What's going on here? Oh right, it's found a Chimera. Must have gone and shoot that. Inquisitor is forced to retreat. Heretics will cap. Meanwhile, east side, we've got some power basher and we've got some plasma guns on the way here, and already locked in over here with the Commissar squad leaders in play. Now they have 12 models reinforcing 3 at a time, and the Commissar himself is a pretty decent little combat unit. Like double digits DPS, both melee and ranged, I think. It's worth like 3 or 4 guardsmen in terms of DPS. Can they deal with this thing? Because the Stormtroopers are off the field now. Sentinel's doing some decent damage. Level 2. Using it quite well here, shoulder mounts. It's taking a lot of damage though as well. Don't forget that the Dreadnought, the Chaos Dreadnought, has that underslung twin-linked bolt or whatever it is, which does some... It's not twin-linked. Oh, it is. Does some decent piercing damage. Now the Chimera's taking rear armor hits. This is bad. It's gonna die. Trying to get repairs in. Down it goes. The Dreadnought warped away and will survive. Nicely done, Mostafa. Tier 3 now for shoulder mounts. More Plague Marines in play. Plague Marines are actually regular infantry, not heavy infantry, so they won't take extra damage from those plasma guns, but plasma guns are still a powerful anti-infantry weapon, heavy infantry or not. 404-186. Big VP lead for Mostafa. Shoulder mount really hasn't taken care of this west side. Chaos Dreadnought needs repairs. Heretics are your repair unit for Chaos. There they go. They should like have some kind of worship animation to repair stuff. Just call on the dark gods to make the vehicles better. Since they're all like possessed by demons and stuff, right? Ouch! Frag missiles doing some work, taking out one of the heretic squads there, well, helping to do so. Look at this. Upgraded Mark of Khorne CSM with an aspiring champion. They're going to take a lot of damage running in, but once they do get in there, they're going to be fearsome. And they're going to take out one of these guardsman squads, I think. Smack. Down goes that Commissar, which wipes out that squad. Sentinel needs a stomp. There we go. I'm not sure why the stomp didn't come out earlier. Unless it was used before and still on cooldown. 384-183. 2-to-1 cap now for shoulder mounts. Springing into action here. Hammer of the Witches takes out a CSM model. And now we see the Inferno pistol. 43 mel to DPS. That seems like a hell of a lot. 370 to 183. They're going to get straight back onto that VP there. But meanwhile, Plague Marines are capping the east side. There's the remains of the Chimera now form a cover object. Melter guns versus Plague Marines. I guess they can just force close combat here. Did that missile hit? I think it maybe did. I'm not sure if Mostafa's paying attention, but it looks like they're going to do okay with their damage over time bolters and stuff anyway. It looks like they are going to close combat. There's that demonic summoning global from the Sorcerer. A circle of chaos. Disgorging bloodletters also allows you to reinforce around it, which is pretty cool. Did that missile hit the Sentinel? I don't see a debuff circle. Level 3 this guy. Where's it going? Wants to stomp these Plague Marines. Boom. These Plague Marines holding up an entire army here. Don't want to get too cocky though. There goes one model. And now they retreat. Should have retreated before losing that. So it's little mistakes that add up. Dropping units when you really don't need to. Lehman Russ on the way for shoulder mounts. Mostafa with the Dreadnought and the Plague Marines does have some varied threats here. Some melee CSM, some melee heretics who are still repairing. And Mostafa's just waiting here, hoping to counterattack and then get onto the VP. Inquisitor uses Judgment. I'm not sure how long she needs to wait. I think it's like 20 seconds and then she can use the Judgment ability on these CSM. Oh no, it's gone. Oh, because it was on the Aspiring Champion and he died. I didn't realise it worked like that. Good special from the Sorcerer. But here comes a Leman Russ going for the Executioner, which is like a rapid firing plasma cannon on top of your tank. Pretty good, eh? Dreadnought backs away. And there's a bunker. So this will do decent damage to a vehicle. But you need to get close. And it delivers it in these quite large bursts rather than one big old shot. Like several shots going in there. Is that 6 or something? So it's not ideal for killing your vehicles. Doing some good damage there though. If this Dreadnought gets Mark of Tzeentch, that tank might have some problems. What is this Sentinel doing? There you go. Not the most effective power bash in the world. But he's determined. Bless him. Go on, son. Sorcerer, do you have any war gear? Oh, you do. Sword of Flame and Vestments of the Warp. I guess his sword is on fire. That should have been a clue. How was he Adam for? I haven't seen Coruscant Flame. I don't even remember him teleporting anywhere. There's a Hell Fury strike. Bad news for the Plague Marines. Don't like being set on fire. And these heretics are going to die as well. Oh, we do see Mark of Tzeentch, but now it's kind of outnumbered. We'll see how this trade goes. Leman Russ is being repaired by 2 Guardsman squads. And he gets walked out again. Stormtroopers could go after it still. And yeah, no way the Markov Khorne CSM could approach that Leman Russ, supported by double plasma gun Guardsmen, fully upgraded. Not looking good for Mostafa right now. Still has a big VP lead. But the roster's looking a little thin. Does have time to recover here. Get some Havocs, is what I say. Everyone knows how good I am at this game. 29 hit points for the Cursed Dreadnought. Does limp away and survive. Gonna need a hell of a lot of repairs. That's why the heretics are on the way. It's gonna take so long though. Guardsmen do repair better than other units, although not quite as fast as heroes, I don't think. I believe they do in retail. I think they repair the same rate as heroes do in retail. I think that's right, but it was toned down for elite. Misses the special attack there, the Inquisitor. His second Plague Marine squad actually done really well, kind of harassing the east side constantly, just with sheer durability more than anything. There's the Judgment on the CSM again, but she runs away. Not very often you actually see Judgment go off. Usually the Judge squad runs away first. It's an interesting ability. Activate it and have to wait. Level 4 Sentinel's going to die if it's not careful. Now you see that debuff circle, the slow on hit from the missile launcher. Yep, it's going to go down. Resigned to its fate now. Sentinel dies. That Sentinel did some good work. Aspiring Champion back on the field for the CSM. 280 to 136. Why did you die? One of them just randomly died when he was running back. Maybe someone must have shot him. Double Leman Russes now for shoulder mounts. Dreadnought is back in the field, not fully repaired, but healthier for sure. Flanking action from level 3 Guardsmen. Heretics trying to get in there, but don't quite manage it. Where's your frenzied barrage thing, Mr. Dreadnought? There we go. This ability now does very little damage. It actually used to damage infantry reasonably well. Now it's strictly for like suppressing them, which kind of sucks for the Dreadnought. Level 2 Leman Russ. More Plague Marines up. Here they are. Fleeing. The map looking very red right now. Mostafa is going to cap before dying. Yes. And here comes the Mark of Khorne CSM. Struggling to get into melee with this tank. The dawn of pathing begins. Come on, fellas. For the Dark Gods and all that. There you go. There you go. Melter Pistol, aspiring champion, of course, getting some good shots. But look at that. As soon as this guy can bring its gun to bear, those CSM are in pain. Level 4 guardsman here capping. What about you, fellas? You're also level 4. Well done. And the Inquisitor's level 4. What is it happens to guards when they retire? I think they get like a hectare of land for each year they put in or something like that. And they get to retire on a planet of their choice for the most part and get a bunch of land. These level 4 guardsmen should be allowed to retire. Down goes the Leman Russ. If they live, that is. That's a lot of anti-vehicle coming in now on these Leman Russes. Can the Plague Marines get another shot for the snare? Looks like they maybe can't. Can the Sorcerer use... Yep. Uses the warp. I think I would have used it on some Plague Marines myself, but this looks like it's going to be good, maybe. One more volley would do it on the rear armor there. There we go. Nicely done, Mostafa. Use the warp pretty well so far. Can this Dreadnought get away? But that's an Inferno Pistol, and those are anti-armor Stormtroopers. No, it can't. It didn't use warp again, and that's the reason why I wouldn't have used it on the Dreadnought, because it exposes it a bit further up the map there. Although if it was back here, those anti-armor Stormtroopers and Inquisitor would have got on it anyway. There's that demonic summoning thing. Kasrkin on the way now for shoulder mounts. It's infantry versus infantry fight now. Level 3 CSM are going to get their natural VP back. 181, 132, 1-to-1 cap. That's a bunker. And another bunker. Looks like they are either unupgraded or they are repair bunkers. Wish it showed you somehow. Oh, this is a medical bunker. You see the health regen hexagons on those guys. They can also now reinforce off the bunker. Sorcerer teleports up. Gonna eat a Hammer of the Witches. Boom. And some big damage from the pistol as well. 2-to-1 now for Mostafa. More Kasrkin on the way. Are Kasrkin still around in the current timeline since Cadia fell? Were there any that were like off-world or escaped or something? Someone must know who read all those books. Kasrkin are cool in this game. Grenade launchers knock back with every hit, and they get some nice grenade stuff. Can also cap faster with their sergeant, I believe. Here's the second one. Are we going to see double grenade launcher fellas? You can also get plasma guns out, which is a lot of damage. Yeah, more grenade launchers. They already have 2 fully upgraded plasma guardsmen, so I guess that's enough plasma. Maybe. Can you ever have enough plasma? The judgment is still up on the CSM. Do you really need 20 seconds of judgment? They are Chaos Space Marines. They're bad dudes. Just judge immediately. Not sure why these guys run away. I feel like these Plague Marines could have got into melee. I guess they would have just got into the bunker then, eh? Not sure how 24 guardsmen fit into this bunker. Inquisitor gets the cap for a double. Gonna be a triple, looks like. And Mostafa never got to tier 3. Has some more CSM with Mark of Khorne aspiring champion on the way. Not sure that was the smartest choice ever. I mean, more melee units to tie up these guardsmen is good, but can they get in there? Can they get in there? We will see. And now, seeing the second CSM squad, here comes Purgatus from the Inquisitor. I don't think she's going to have the energy to use it right now, though. Not sure how much it is, but I assume it's more than 30 to use it. And the CSM get in, but look how much damage these guys took. And that was the level 3 squad that took all that damage. Down to 29 hit points. Only the aspiring champion gets away. Did force off the Guardsman though. 85 to 114, triple cap for shoulder mounts. Plague Marines will take back the VP. Maybe want to get onto this wreck point too. There we go. These guys are still chopping up Guardsmen. Those guys able to stop their retreat thanks to the Commissar squad leader executing one of them. That's the only way you can stop them retreating apparently. 51 to 114. More chopping. Sorcerer goes after the VP. Things are getting tight on the VP front. What is this looking after? It's Kasrkin. And more Kasrkin on the way for shoulder mounts. Where are the Havocs? No Havocs this game. Would shut down a lot of this army. I guess Purgatus would stun the Havocs if the Inquisitor could get close enough. There's a rocket run. Pretty nasty too. Second run completely misses though. Plague Marines blowing up as they try to cap, but being knocked over by these grenade launchers, as you can see. There's a Purgatus. Does that expanding circle of fire which stuns units and I think does a big chunk of damage when it explodes at the end. Oh look, they've stolen the bunker. The CSM are reinforcing off it. 5 VPs to 114 though. Mostafa running out of time. And the map is just far too red. There's the stopping of the cap though. Those Plague Marines able to get that decap. I'm not sure how long that's going to last. I'm not sure if Mostafa has time or units to get another decap. There's a 2 to 1. And there's a game for shoulder mounts. Who needs Leman Russes when you have elite Cadian infantry? Did they get any levels? I don't think they did, no. We had a level... Oh, I can't see the Inquisitor. Level 5 Sorcerer. Here he was. Did some good warp shenanigans. Used the Dreadnought decently well, but some sloppy losses here and there. That Plague Marine loss was really bad. And so many Heretics died. And where were the Havocs as well? I'd like me some Havocs. But there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time.